Well, here in the United States, today is National Religious Freedom Day. The initiative began around 30 years ago in honor of Thomas Jefferson signing Virginia's Statute for Religious Freedom on this date in 1786. But a new report says these days, Americans of faith feel less accepted by society. The study from the Becket Fund for Religious Liberty finds that only half of the people in the U.S. feel their faith is completely accepted or accepted a good amount. This is 5% lower than last year. Moreover, only 21% of all people of faith in the U.S. say their faith is completely accepted, and 16% say their faith was only accepted a small amount or not at all. Well, the U.S. Bishops' Conference is also addressing the subject. Today, it released its first annual report on religious freedom in the U.S., and it highlights a number of concerns. The church leaders say they are worried about the rise of government resources meant for pregnant women being used instead to promote abortion. They also note the rise in threats to Jewish people and Muslims. And for more, we go to Bishop Kevin Rhoades from the Diocese of Fort Wayne, South Bend, and the new chairman of the USCCB Religious Liberty Committee. Your Excellency, thank you so much for being with us today. So why did you and your brother bishops decide to release this report, and what stood out the most to you?
I'd say because of some of the findings that you just reported from the Becket Fund. There are strong cultural forces operating that really work against the time-honored respect for religious liberty that's really been a hallmark of American culture and law. So we try in the report to describe how those forces are manifesting into concrete threats to religious liberty here in the U.S. So we call attention to the need for a renewed effort to promote and defend religious liberty.
Yeah, and Pope Francis says that gender ideology, that is a dangerous concept in our society today, and especially for people of faith. Let's talk more about that. And is that addressed in your report?
It is. I mean, Pope Francis has talked a lot about, and he uses the term ideological colonization. When, for example, their aid is money for developing countries, has been tied to accepting contraceptives, abortion, sterilization, and, as you mentioned, gender ideologies. So we do address this. Obviously, we even see this within our own country. There are efforts to try to get our Catholic healthcare facilities or whatever to do things that go against our teachings, especially in the areas of gender ideology, and then, you know, trying to impose that on other countries as well. So we only are treating in our report domestic religious liberty issues, not those abroad, but really some of the things we're dealing with are at the roots of the ideological colonization that Pope Francis talks about.
Yeah, and also, Your Excellency, in your forecast for 2024, you mentioned that political divisions are a significant threat, noting the church cannot offer an effective witness to religious liberty if we are beholden more to a political party than to God. Talk to us more about that.
You know, religious liberty should not be a partisan issue. We're talking here about an issue of a fundamental human right. The right to religious freedom is rooted in the very dignity of the human person. So, but we all can sense that politics has increasingly become a sort of religion of its own here in our country. But our politics right now is one that divides rather than unites. And the path back to a widely shared respect for religious liberty is not through partisan politics, but rather through the gospel and our witness to the gospel. And that's the message that can unite us.
Well, Your Excellency, thank you for taking the time to speak with us. We appreciate it, and God bless.
Thank you. God bless you too.